My name is Lorna Fulton, and I'm here to talk a little bit about LGBT plus mental health, and in particular shine a bit of light on LGBT plus mental health and migrants within, well, in fact, across the world, really. So I'm kind of here with two hats on. I'm here as a clinical therapist. I work for Elop, which is the East London Out project in Walthamstow, where I've got a number of clients who are from many different places within the world. Also from a kind of policy point of view as well, from my other job, my other day job, which is at PACE, which is the LGBT plus mental health charity and advocacy service as well. So I'm going to try and give you a little bit of lived experience, what we know from our kind of clinical work, but also what's happening within the LGBT mental health world in general. What do we know about LGBT mental health? Well, it's actually quite a depressing picture. LGBT plus mental health, in comparison to heterosexual and cisgendered mental health, is pretty poor. We are quite aware that there's very high proportions of self-harm within LGBT plus communities. There's very, very high proportions of attempted suicide and suicide within the community as well. Also, body image, especially within gay men and bisexual men, is very, very, very poor. PACE has just recently done a piece of research looking at these points and really drilling down in looking at what's happening within the trans community. This is really quite startling and not surprising, but incredibly startling, and it really shocked me and upset me. 48% of trans people that we spoke to, and we had a group of over 2,000 people that we surveyed, 48% of trans individuals had attempted to take their own life. That's too high. That's far, far too high. It's very, very startling, and it upsets me now talking about it. We have to do something about this. It's incredibly, incredibly important. One of the things that we're really, really interested in finding out is, why? What brings people to a point where they feel that things are so hopeless that they want to and need to take their own life? And that's what PACE has been doing, really investigating, getting underneath that lived experience. What is it that drives people to that point? Alienation. Alienation is a huge, huge, huge part of what I'm discovering and what I'm seeing, and certainly what Elop and PACE over the past 30 years has seen. Alienation from community, family, feelings of loneliness. I don't have anyone to speak to. No one understands me. I'm alone. All of these things really, really grind down upon a person's sense of well-being and upon a person's sense of mental health. This idea of being different, this idea of difference. I am not the same as other people. I don't have a place in the world here, comes through the door time and time and time again. And this is particularly true for our migrant clients, actually. This is something that's startlingly evident from our migrant clients. This idea of I have a sense of identity, however I don't feel like I belong here, and I don't feel like I belong here, is really conflicting. And it really takes its toll upon the ability to be authentic, to be able to be yourself, which is absolutely, it's incredibly detrimental to our clients. One of the things that I see time and time again as well is this idea of historical homophobia. So we've heard already what it can be like living in countries that perhaps we're not afforded the same legal rights as we do here in the UK. This really, really, again, grinds down the sense of self and sense of worth. So this historical homophobia, whether it be being bullied at school or at home for being, again, different, or whether it be from a cultural identity point of view, or a religious identity point of view. These are huge, big things that people are walking through the doors and talking to us about. This idea of heteronormativity, I'm a woman, therefore I should act like X, I should dress like X. I'm sullen because I'm a lesbian. All of these ideas that are thrown at us and really build on who we are, destroying that authentic and true self. It's hugely detrimental again to our well-being and our mental health. So essentially, it's really destroying who we present as us, really. Self-esteem, really down there, really low. Anxiety, really high. So all of this big melting pot of stuff really resulting in incredibly difficult situations for our clients. So what can we do? What can we do within the field? What are we doing within the field? One of the things that the Elop does is we ensure that we've got native speakers from different parts of the world working as therapists. I don't know what you think, but when you are trying to communicate emotions, trying to communicate feelings, it's really flaming difficult, especially if it's not in your native language. So being able to speak to therapists who actually can speak to you in your native language is incredibly important, and it's one of the things that we hear time and time again that's really helped our clients. One of the things that PACE does quite often in its advocacy work is work with interpreters. So we quite often will go to meetings at quite important mental health meetings. So if someone is sectioned, for example, and they have to create a care plan, we will go with them to the hospital and create that care plan with them in their best interests. We will ensure that there are interpreters there for those meetings as well. We do the same thing for those that find themselves on the streets, homeless. We do the same thing for people who find themselves out of work. So there's a huge collaborative effort to ensure that the needs are met for our clients. One of the things that we feel is hugely important from PACE and Elop as well is this idea of working together in groups. So one of my main roles at PACE is as a group worker. So I work with huge numbers of individuals from lots and lots of different backgrounds. And what we tend to find is being in situations and in groups where people have quite similar stories is really important. And helps to build up that idea of self-esteem, helps to build up that idea of self-worth as well. One of the main things as well is actually role models. Is actually being able to see people who are like us, who are like all of us here, and that we're doing well. We're doing our thing. That's hugely important as well within the arena. If anyone has any questions at the end around what we can do, everyone in this room, to help improve our own mental health, but also the mental health of those around us within the LGBT community, then please do ask. I've got a whole plethora of things that we all can be doing.